I'm Christine White, and I'm joining you today from a festive outdoor market. Before we get started, if you're happy to have found my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. I want to talk a bit about how to take your jewelry making to the next level. Naturally, you're going to want to share your talents and eye for design with the world. First things first, don't skimp on those price tags. Even if you're using a handmade price tag, and I have seen some beautiful ones, make sure to stay in the aesthetic of your brand or your jewelry line. If it's in the budget, maybe spring for a custom tag or something with your logo on it. Be sure to include your contact information and maybe even your social media information. This is a good place to keep track of your inventory number, or maybe you have a fancy name for each piece. Are your pieces one of a kind? Be sure to write that here. And while we won't get into pricing and math on this video, this is a good place to keep track of your pricing and apply it with a sticker that's removable for potential gift givers. Next, I love a display that tells a story. Think about your favorite shop or boutique. Is it a clothing store, an accessory store? Chances are they don't just put everything out and hope that it sells. They think about visual merchandising, and so should you. Think about the way that your customer interacts with your product. Let them look at it from a lot of different angles, up high, down low, lots of different elevations. You can gather props from your home or studio. Items I'd like to use frequently are twigs or branches from your backyard or a local craft store. You can leave them their natural color or spray paint them. I've weighted mine in a vase or pot with marbles or stones. A mirror, which is very important because you want your customers to be able to try your jewelry on and see what it's going to look like on them. Old books in either a rainbow of colors or washed out neutrals without their jackets. It's going to add a lot of character to your display. Crystals or geodes, it kind of helps tell the story of where your jewelry came from. It started from the earth. Dried beans or dried rice from the grocery store makes a great display for small stud earrings, rings, or delicate necklaces. Marble cheese boards or wooden cheese boards or cutting boards are great for a flat display and add a lot of texture, depth, and dimension. I like to use these for photography as well. Linen neck forms in either a tan linen or a light gray linen. These are awesome to have in several different sizes. Bottles and old vases are great for display. You can drape things around them or just use them to give some light and character to what you're working with. Necklace bars and bracelet bars, and then shallow dishes and trays are also fantastic to have to lay pieces out in. Color stories and collections are so important, not only when designing your line, but also when displaying it. Think of it as families of product grouped together. I also like to use the Roy G. Biv pattern when displaying my jewelry. That's what I've loosely done here, starting with reds and oranges and working my way towards blues, greens, violets, and ultimately neutrals. Most of us instantly recognize this color pattern, starting with warmer colors like reds and oranges, working our way to cooler colors. Whatever you do for your display, make sure it's cohesive and interesting. Now that we're all set up, it's time to start thinking about our customers. Make sure that we have business cards and other literature readily available. How will you be accepting payment? Venmo, Square, PayPal. I've got my Clover right here, ready to go. You'll want to make sure that you're online and everything is set up before customers start to arrive. Make sure that you have any invoices, pens, and paper on hand. Make sure that you have change if you'll be accepting cash. Packaging is ready to go. Get ready for those customers and be ready to greet them. Okay, so are you ready for this one? I am not a big fan of sitting in a selling environment. My staff will be the first to tell you that, unless of course a medical condition requires you to do so. Think about it. Are you more likely to purchase something from an artisan that is standing tall next to their jewelry, or someone that is resting in a chair next to it? You worked hard on all of that jewelry, so stand tall and stand proud. I hear it all the time. People say, Christine, I like to make jewelry, but I don't like to put myself out there. What a bummer. Think about all the amazing people you are missing out on. Be confident, wear clothes and jewelry that you love, and talk about why you got into making jewelry in the first place. It'll be hard at first, but it does get easier and you get out of it what you put into it. My biggest no-fail advice: smile. When you don't know what to say, when you're having a bad day, when your feet hurt, when you're grateful for amazing customers, at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, just keep smiling and you'll do great. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below, and be sure to check out all of my other jewelry making videos.